Hey hi, this is RV and welcome to my channel. Here comes the ninth tutorial in the series of the tutorial for embedded system in which I am going to interface a keypad with 8051 INC in which I already made a virtual circuit for this demo. Keypad is connected to the port 1 and you can easily see that LCD is connected to port 2 and port 3. Now I already made a code for this demonstration in which I use a header file hash include lcd.h header file, this file header file, which involves all the user defined function necessary for the LCD operation. Okay, so that's it. And the other part is I represented the column of the keypad with C1, C2 and C3 and rows to the R1, R2, R3, R4 which is connected to the port 1.4, 1.5, 1.6 and 1.7 pin of the port 1. Two functions, keypad and check function, is used for the keypad operation. Now firstly I used to check function. In check function I basically give high logic to the all the pins, and then after high logic I one by one check each row to which it goes to low. Okay, firstly I make row 0 low and then check it is column 0 is column 0 is 0. If it is 0, that means key 1 has been pressed because column 1 and row 1 when short become both 0. Okay, the other part should be if row 1 and column 2 are both 0, then it means key 2 press then return 2, and lastly if column 3 and row 1 press then key return 3. Okay, lastly I make R1 row 1 to 1 and checking the other part. Now row 2, if row 2 is equal to 0 and column 1 is equal to 0, that means if this thing and this thing, if this pin and this pin is 0, that means key 4 has been pressed. Okay, so return 4. Okay, similarly row 2 and column 2 press and return 5, and column 3 and 4 6, and making row 2 is equal to 1 high, and lastly return null or return nothing null if no key has been pressed. Okay, now this the other function, keypad function, in which I use a character as unsigned character as which stores the value which is sent by check function. Okay, now check function will do checking, will send character to the S. If S is getting null, then it continuously used to check or used to get character from the check function. If I press a key, that means it should return a character which is not equal to null, then it should return from ourselves or from our function, from keypad function. Okay, now lastly in the main function. Okay, in the main function I use a character x and I and initialize the lcd initialize and a label start a label start for returning back to the and cmd01 for clearing the content of LCD, and a string of character to show on LCD, and this command is used to force cursor on the beginning of second line. Force cursor to the beginning of the second line, and are using a loop which get a character from keypad and saving in X and then representing on LCD. That function will show a character on the LCD. Show a character on LCD which is received from keypad. Okay. After this, if I reach limit above from 16 character, then it will out of loop and then go to start. So this thing. Okay. Now playing it, I already make a hex file for this and saving in this function and this keypad demo. If I press 1, 2, 3, you can easily see that 1, 2, 3 will be represented on LCD. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I don't make 7, 8, 9 for row 3 and row 4, which will be made by me. Just wait. And lastly 3 and then 4. So reinitialize. Okay. Now we will make